You tap Buy Now Pay Later on a glowing laptop and you feel instant relief in your bedroom. The checkout shows 4 small payments and you grin at the screen on your couch. You press confirm on a blank phone rectangle and your pulse spikes in the living room. Here's the catch. The first payment hits today and your smile slips at the kitchen table. A delivery box lands on your doorstep and you feel proud in the morning sun. You hold the box like a trophy and you ignore your bank app in the hallway. You walk into a mall with new shoes and you feel upgraded under bright lights. What you missed is, the due dates cluster fast and your calendar starts to look crowded at your desk. You open your banking app in your car and you feel safe for 3 seconds. A pending charge appears and your stomach tightens in the driver's seat. You buy lunch with BNPL again and you feel clever in a busy food court. This is the part they don't show you. Pay in 4 is typically 1 payment now, then 3 every 2 weeks. 2 weeks pass and you forget the plan while you scroll on your couch. Your phone buzzes and you feel annoyed in the quiet evening. You see the autopay notice and you feel caught in your own schedule at home. The calendar does not care. Rent week and BNPL week can land on the same Friday. You buy a hoodie at midnight and you feel bold in the blue screen glow. You close the tab and you feel calm for a moment in bed. You check your account and you feel confused by how normal it looks in the morning. Now watch what happens. 2 BNPL plans overlap, and your paycheck feels smaller in your wallet. You stop for gas and you feel judged by the price sign at the station. You swipe your card and you feel tension as an autopay hits the same hour. You promise to cut spending and you feel determined in the parking lot. And that's where it breaks. Willpower cannot stop autopay and the charge lands anyway. You open a BNPL app and you feel falsely organized at your kitchen counter. A cheerful progress bar fills and you feel responsible in pajamas. You add another plan for headphones and you feel excited in your office chair. It looks small until 5 small payments land in 1 week and your throat tightens at the grocery aisle. Your friend says it is free money and you laugh in a group chat. You see everyone flex purchases and you feel pressure on your couch. You buy to keep up and you feel relief at the checkout line. This is why you feel it. The vibe happens today and the pain arrives later at your calendar. You miss a payment by 1 day and you feel dread in a silent kitchen. You open the app and you feel panic as the schedule stays fixed. You look for a pause button and you feel powerless at your desk. The trap is timing. Typical late fees exist in common fee structures and they vary by provider and state. You pay the fee and you feel angry at yourself in the dark living room. You cover the next payment with a credit card and you feel sneaky in bed. Your card balance rises and you feel denial at the bathroom mirror. That's the real cost. You use debt to pay debt and you call it normal at breakfast. You try to return the item and you feel awkward at a returns counter. The clerk says refund takes days and you feel trapped holding the box. You walk out and you feel embarrassed under bright store lights. The fine print is, refunds can lag while your next payment still comes due. Your phone buzzes again and you feel heat in your face at work. You hide the screen and you feel shame in a meeting room. You check your calendar and you feel tired of the dots at your desk. The bill shows up when the return is not finished and the schedule keeps charging anyway. You buy a concert ticket with BNPL and you feel fearless in a loud crowd. The music hits and you forget the dates under flashing lights. 2 weeks later, you feel irritation when your bank app pings at breakfast. Here's the catch. Some providers may retry failed payments and add a fee depending on policy. Your debit declines at self-checkout and you feel watched under harsh lighting. You transfer money fast and you feel shaky at the keypad. You walk to your car and you feel small in the cold air. What you missed is a single timing mistake can trigger overdraft fees outside the BNPL app. You open your bank policy page and you feel dread in your living room. You realize fees stack from different places and you feel cornered at your table. You look at your paycheck deposit and you feel no relief at all. This is the part they don't show you. BNPL schedules often ignore your employer pay cycle rhythm. You buy groceries and you feel tense as another autopay lands. You put items back and you feel bitter in the aisle. You tell yourself you are still fine and you feel fake calm at the register. The calendar does not care. Essentials and wants can collide on the same due date week. You use BNPL for a clinic bill and you feel grateful in the hallway. You also use BNPL for shoes and you feel guilty in the same day. You stare at both plans and you feel dizzy at your desk. Now watch what happens. Essentials start sharing space with fun and the schedule becomes a wall. You open a spreadsheet and you feel serious at your kitchen table. You list every plan and you feel shock as the total grows. You realize the total owed exists today and you feel exposed in silence. And that's where it breaks. The real price is the remaining balance and it is already yours. You see an influencer split payments and you feel tempted on your phone. You scroll comments and you feel normal for wanting it. You tap checkout and you feel a rush in bed. It looks small until you count all future payments and your stomach drops at your calendar. You miss a payment because your card expired and you feel stupid at your desk. You update the card and you feel angry when a fee appears. You ask support for mercy and you feel small on the call. This is why you feel it. Automated schedules do not negotiate and policy stays cold. You worry about credit and you feel anxious in a quiet office. You search reporting rules and you feel uncertainty on your laptop. You see mixed outcomes and you feel uneasy in your chair. The trap is timing. Some products may report missed payments to bureaus and policies vary publicly. You buy holiday gifts with BNPL and you feel generous in a crowded store. You wrap boxes and you feel proud under warm lamp light. January arrives and you feel dread at the first ping. That's the real cost. The holiday glow ends and the schedule stays like ice. You open the app and you feel tired of the cheerfulness. You stare at multiple merchants and you feel like you are juggling knives. You try to move a due date and you feel blocked by fixed rules. The fine print is, most due dates are set and you must build your life around them. You decide to pay early and you feel hopeful at your desk. You move money into a buffer and you feel calmer in the morning. A surprise bill lands and you feel frustration at your mailbox. The bill shows up when your buffer is too small and the BNPL payment still takes its cut. You cover it with a credit card again and you feel trapped in your kitchen. You see interest math and you feel fear in your chest. You tell a friend you are fine and you feel dishonest at brunch. Here's the catch. Zero interest feels cheap until you pay with stress and fees elsewhere. You walk past the store window and you feel pulled by the display. You look away and you feel proud for one step. You look back and you feel weak in the same breath. What you missed is, friction is a feature and BNPL removes it on purpose. You turn off one-click checkout and you feel annoyed at your settings page. You feel safer later and you notice fewer impulse taps. You set calendar alerts and you feel in control at your desk. This is the part they don't show you. Tracking works because it forces the total into daylight. You limit yourself to one active plan and you feel disciplined in the mirror. You delete extra apps and you feel lighter on your phone. You tell your partner the truth and you feel nervous at the dinner table. The calendar does not care. Honesty helps because the math stops hiding in the dark. You set a rule to never BNPL once. You cannot buy twice in cash. You write it on paper and you feel grounded at your kitchen table. You choose a payoff week before rent week and you feel strategic at your calendar. Now watch what happens. Early payoff breaks the cluster and your month opens up. You walk into a store and you feel the urge hit fast. You pause for 10 seconds and you feel the craving fade. You leave with nothing and you feel power on the sidewalk. And that's where it breaks. The real flex is a month with no due dates. You build a small buffer and you feel calm seeing it grow. You pay essentials first and you feel steady at the register. You keep wants inside a weekly limit and you feel clean pride at home. It looks small until you realize peace is cheaper than payments. You see a BNPL ad and you feel amused instead of tempted. You remember the trap and you feel alert in the moment. You open your calendar and you feel relief in the empty space. This is why you feel it. Fewer pings means your paycheck can breathe. You pay rent and you feel control returning. You buy groceries and you feel normal again. You stop financing vibes and you feel your mind quiet down. The trap is timing. Treat BNPL like a real bill and it cannot ambush you. You check your bank app and you feel gratitude for the silence. You see savings instead of surprises and you feel proud at your desk. You plan a purchase and you feel patience replace urgency. That's the real cost. Every payment date is a claim on future freedom. You close the tab and you feel a small win in the blue light. You set your phone down and you feel present in your room. You breathe and you feel steady at last. The bill shows up when you choose peace.